Smalls.
I'm similar to the thriller in Manila. Honeys call me bigger, the condom filler. Whether it's stiff tongue or stiff dick, Biggie squeeze it to make shit fit. Now check this shit, I got the pack of rough riders in the back of the Pathfinder. You know the epilogue by James Todd Smith. I get swift with the lyrical gift. Hit you with the dick, make your kidney shift. Here we go, but I'm not domino. I got the funk flow to make your drawers drop slow. So recognize the dick size in these Coincatch jeans. I wear 13s, know what I mean? I fuck around and hit you with the Hennessy dick. Mess around and go blind, don't get to see shit. The next batter, here to shatter your blatter, it doesn't matter. Skinny or fat or light skinned or black, baby, I drop these. Boniqua mommy screaming, I poppy. I love it when they call me Big Pop, but I only smoke blunts if they roll prop. But look, I got ya caught up with the drunk flow. Fuck taekwondo, I told a fofo. For niggas getting mad cause they bitch chose me. A big black motherfucker with G. You see, all I do is separate the game from the truth. Big bang boots from the Bronx to Bolivia. Getting physical like Olivia Newt. Tricks up my click dick all day with no trivia. So give me a a bankroll and a bag of weed. I'm guaranteed to fuck her till her nose bleed. Even if the new man's a certified Mac, you get that H down in you. You want that old thing back?
B-I-double-T-I-E with some new R-U-L-E. Notorious, known for bustin' in your E-Y-E. Baby, baby, bitches know they love to hate me. How come you come with coming back to maybe? How close we came to coming together is crazy. How come you and your sis make similar faces? When y'all coming, y'all be crying like I'm killing y'all bitches. I know there's a bigger picture than the camera roll. Cause I don't think y'all be knowing how this shit's unfolding. Back shots to the rear, got the Mac unloading. Gotta reload like every so often. Saying I got my swagger back. I'm looking like bitch, my swagger never left. Don't be so hard pressed to be impressed by these new rappers. They actors and the fact is, you want that old thing back.
Scarface and Bushwick, Willie D, having nightmares of girls killing me. She mad because what we had didn't last. I'm glad because her cousin let me hit the ass. Fuck the past, left well on the 500 SL, the E and J and ginger ale. The way my pockets swell to the rim with Benjamins. Another hunt's in the crib, please send her in. I fuck non-stop, lick my lips a lot. Used to lick the clips a lot. We're licking clips, have to stop. Cause y'all don't know how to act when the tongue go down below. Peep the funk flow, really go. I got the cleanest, meanest penis. You never seen this, stroke of genius. So take off your Tim boots and your bodysuit. I mean the spandex, and hit my man next. Sex get rougher when they come to the nut buster. Pussy crusher, black nasty motherfucker. I don't chase them, I replace them. And if I'm caressing them, I'm undressing them. Fuck what you heard, who's the best in New York? Fulfilling fantasies without that nigga Mr. Raw. Or tattoo, I got you wrapped around my dick. And when I'm done, I got the split shit.
What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Nice to see a big crowd here today. Today I'm going to do something a little different, but first I do want to go over Trading Bot and some of the results from the Trading Bot. Guys, the bot's up 20% this month. It goes live to all of you for free next week. In order to have access to this, you have to go use Coincatch's copy trading system. I have full instructions in my Discord, so go into Discord. I think it's under Trading Bot information. If you have questions, you can always DM me. More than happy to help you. I just kind of wanted to give this information because I'm very, very excited for next week. I've been using it for the last couple months, and it's been nothing but success. Obviously, nothing's ever guaranteed. There will be down months, but for the most part, Castillo and myself are implementing new areas of how we can manage risk and new risk metrics that we can use to really just not give back gains, because this thing is constantly making gains just when the bot's trying to make up for it and then ends up throwing them away. So anyways, just thought I'd give that little detail. Again, July 15th is when it goes live. I'll make sure I tweet it out for you guys. If you want to see any of this data at any point, there is a link under my pinned tweet in my under my profile. So feel free to check it out, guys. The data is pretty cool. You can actually go through and see every single trade the bot takes. So with all that said, guys, let's get into the analysis for today. So I'll do the macro stuff later. I actually want to look at Bitcoin first and just go over like what we've been talking about the last couple days. It's been very uneventful since our drop, I believe, on July 4th. Right? Since then, we've just been moving sideways. Very, very boring. Not a lot of people trading right now. Exchange volume is down. Really, I believe the exchange volume overall is down the lowest since the last 2 years, or like the lowest it's been in 2 years. Sorry. If I'm a little, I am a little congested, but if I'm a little, like my brain's not all the way there, guys, I'm doing like this crazy fast. I have to fast for like 22 hours a day. I have a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu match in August, and I have to cut 5 pounds. So I'm like trying to lose the weight first, so then I can eat right and have my strength for the match. More on that later. But so far on the daily, I don't know if comments are coming in or chat's coming in, but regardless, okay, there it is. Now the chat's coming in. Awesome. Okay, so on the daily, so I brought this up earlier this week, but on the daily, we do have a confirmed downtrend. Not to mention, we've broke down and retested every prior level of support as now new resistance. With that said, price action again, volume going up, price going down. That's another, again, signal to be bearish. So we ultimately have a confirmed downtrend. Now, what's going to change this is obviously a reversal. What I'd like to see is maybe we revisit 52, right? I'd say 52 is likely in the cards, as this looks like consolidation. That doesn't mean it is a for sure thing. I'd say it's likely, right? If we visit 52, and let's say we have volume going down, right? Price going down. He is the loudest. He's the loudest animal I've ever seen. Like, everything he does is loud. He just came down the stairs, and I swear he whacked his head on every single step on the way down. For those you don't know, that's the puppy. He's now 95 pounds. He still has like 80, he probably has like 60 pounds left to go. What's up, yes sir, how's it going? What's up, Jordy? Looks like the same deviation as 63, 130 to me. To see 52, 50K-ish. Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, like, we have to face the facts, and the trend is leaning bearish. Well, the 1 day, obviously, volume going up, price going down, very bearish. It doesn't mean that the narrative is switching. I do want to remind you guys, and we're going to go to 2020 real quick. Literally the same exact time frame. June, July, May, we had a very big pump, head and shoulders, dump, volume increased as we dumped down and confirmed that pattern, ultimately ranged for a little while, and then started the bull run. So I don't want you guys to think and sit here and say, oh, that means that, you know, just because there's one area of bearish or, downtrend, right? A confirmed downtrend doesn't mean the bull market's over. Honestly, the bull market hasn't even started, right? It doesn't mean that Bitcoin's done going up forever. My biggest piece of advice is remove your polarized views. If you're one of those people that it's like, it has to go up only or down only, you are never going to make it as a trader. You have to be able to adjust. Now, granted, I think the time to short is too late, right? We've moved 26% down. Kind of my fault. I really didn't think this was a double top. And overall, the weekly, I still don't believe it's a double top. I think we'll bottom out at 52K and then see some kind of uptrend, even if it's brief, to like 66, but that's still a 20% gain, right? You're still looking at a 26% gain from that. And I'd love to take advantage of that if I can. Just play the high probability and ranges in level to level. I fully agree with all your analysis today. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people will sit and say, oh, you're just a macro, or not a macro, you're just a perma bear or perma bull. Guys, I am neither. I literally read trend and make trades based off trend. But I will be open and honest. I did not think this downtrend, obviously possible, but the way that I was reading the weekly, it just didn't seem as likely. So when it happened, what could you do? Let's take a look at the 4 hour. I really want to do a kind of a deep dive from the couple tweets I made this morning and just kind of fully explain where my thought process was on all of that. So the biggest thing here, guys, we obviously know that 58.5 is the new kind of resistance area. We ultimately deviated, I hope, and this is my apologies. I should have tweeted this, but I was asleep, right? I can't do anything if I'm sleeping and the market moves. But if you ever see this in the future and you don't have my confirmation or my words to say, hey, yeah, this is a confirmed breakout, always look at volume, right? Since point A, or the bottom, right? Or the bottom meaning the bottom of the current trend, to point B, where we've had this fake out, volume has gone down, right? Look specifically at the green candles here. And overall volume's still decreasing. The volume moving average is also going down. But either way, volume's been moving down. Price has been moving up. This is known as a dead cat bounce, a bearish retest, whatever you want to call. Essentially, this is acting as consolidation so that we can head lower. Now, I will say this could act as a reversal, right? We could reverse upwards. I don't want you guys to think that every single time we consolidate, we move, we continue a trend. Generally, that's a general rule. If you consolidate, you continue trend, which is why I believe that, or didn't believe that this downtrend was as possible. Yes, always possible, but he's so loud. My apologies if you guys can hear him. Tomorrow's CPI is going to be interesting. What do you think about it? I think that there is way too much interest on month-to-month CPI and in the Fed. Honestly, I think that markets are dictated by the free-flowing liquidity at the moment and how much liquidity is available. I mean, we have the most sideline capital in human history. We have stock market at or surpassing all-time highs yet again today. I don't really look at the fundamentals to trade. I don't really think they're as useful as the technicals because you have to remember the market's forward-looking. What's up, Colin? How you doing? I'm short from 70K, close half so far with TP 69, 64, 55. If I was short from where you were at 70, which is fantastic short, by the way, absolutely amazing. If I was short up here, what I would be looking for is a reversal, right? You open up the 4 hour, and currently we have nothing. We have no signs of reversal. Now, I will say we do have some slight divergence here on the daily, right? We have lower lows in price, higher lows in RSI, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the reversal is here or coming, right? We could go down to 52 and reverse there. And I think that'd be an excellent spot to take profit. The problem with shorting is you don't get as much confirmation as you with longs and long reversals, I guess, if that makes sense. Holding rest in case of nuke, want to add more at 59.61, but didn't show any strength the entire way down. Yeah, that's the other thing. We just chopped the whole way down. It wasn't like there were big, strong I mean, look at this. What is that? I mean, yes, we eventually got a decently sized candle, but what is this? Right? I know there's going to be someone that can answer. And also, you have the initial drop here. This is why I didn't think this was a double top at some point. So you get the drop, right? We drop, confirm it, immediately rip upwards. I was like, oh, this is consolidation at this point. It has to be, right? Then immediately downwards. All this was a chop. And pretty wild chop on the way down, which again makes me believe that this downtrend doesn't have as much strength as I'm willing to give it, which is again another reason why I didn't short, right? You know, I'm the one that missed the trading opportunity to short. So that definitely sucks, but 20%, I would love to get it. I think we'll nail the long. I am eagle-eyeing for a reversal pattern. I have been for the last couple months. What's up, Tatty? How are you? You wanted to add, but it was so weak. It was, and it also dumped on a holiday. Like last week, like I couldn't count. I mean, I could count on my hand how many times I looked at a chart last week. I had family in town. We had a holiday. Obviously, very busy. I didn't think we were going to move. On July 4th, I was like, oh, there's no way anything's going to move. Also, last week is the most vacationed week of the year for everything, right, business-wise. So I was like, oh, there's no way we move. And we just dumped. And I was like, wow. I opened up my chart like at night. I was drinking all day. Opened it at night. I'm like, whoa, what is going on? Like, what happened to Bitcoin? So although kind of a tragedy, nothing you can do about it. And honestly, how much did we dump from? We dumped from what, 63 all the way down to 53? So what's that, like a 15%? I mean, decent sized dump for sure. But anyways, back to the 4 hour. So what are we looking at so far? Well, we have bearish price action all over this. Obviously, the 1 day, we have bearish price action as well. So I would say at this point, unless something changes, right? Actually, I'll leave this line here. Unless something changes, we're revisiting the next support, which again is this 50 to 52K area. Now, that's subject to change. That doesn't mean open shorts now and close them at 52K. That's not what I'm saying, right? I think it's a little too late to short because we could reverse now. There is a chance we could reverse. We had our kind of large sell-off into a large absorption down here. There's a chance that this could hold here and reverse here. But as it stands, trend is showing strength, right? Even if we were to reverse here, right, or wherever, we would have to, like, more signs of reversal would show themselves, make themselves obvious. So until we get those signals of reversal, trend is down, and I'd say we revisit 52K. I think that's a safe assumption. So if you're short from 70K, 52K is likely next. So great news for you, but if you're short from 70K, I would also suggest, hey, instead of, and not that any of you guys are doing this. I'm not saying any of you are doing this, but if you are thinking about it, don't brag about your short. Don't go on Twitter and say, oh, I shorted the top and you guys are all stupid. Like, what you should be looking for now is a sign or signal or technical reason to exit your trade, right? You should be looking for really anything that looks like a sign of reversal. You're up 30% on, I know a lot of you guys use leverage too, so you're up probably a lot more. You're up almost 30%. Now, with that said, that doesn't mean we can't revisit 52K and you can make more money. But at this point, you don't want to give back your gains because you were gloating and being egotistical on a good trade where there were easily identifiable signs of reversal. I don't know why. Like, it's so weird. When I hit multi-stream, so for the, I'll just show you guys. So when I hit, it won't let me do it. But when I hit the chat, like I get a YouTube and a multi-stream option. Sometimes the YouTube comments don't show up. What the hell just happened here? Sometimes the YouTube comments don't show up, and I'm not sure if any of the comments from Twitter are coming in. That could be a Twitter issue. So if you're out there and you're chatting and I didn't see your comment or I didn't get to you, I apologize. I'm kind of limited on my end right now. It was working perfectly fine the other day. Maybe I can open up my phone and open up chat. Let me see. Let me try that. That's a better solution than doing nothing, right? So let's see. Always love to see 1,000 people here. It's awesome. Oh, here we go. I love the comment under the video. Dumping, you say, checks chart down 1% on the day. Yet another CT called Guru to mute. Sounds good. All we were doing is calling out that we, called that this was a fake out, right? Provided by price action, that we're not ready to move up overall. I'll admit, like, the title is sometimes a little bit clickbaity, but for those of you that have been following for a while, I'm not really like that. So I love the negativity. It's crazy how many. I can't even see the comments on Twitter. Like, how do you see the comments on Twitter? Like comments, like the chat. Like, how do I open up the chat on the Twitter live stream? It's so weird how this works. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I just can't see them. All right, then. If any of you guys have any idea, let me know. So, Taddy, the next months will be green, in your opinion? I mean, one can hope, but we need to find reasons for that. Gordy, you know what I realized? I've been trading for 3 years every day, and I implicated a lot of concepts in psychology from your trading and tweets, so thank you. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. See you later, Jordy. Tomorrow, when it changes, apes are going to say on Twitter, you said short 50K. What is this? Yeah, I mean, what blows my mind is a lot of people don't realize that the chart changes on a day-to-day basis. If the 4-hour and the 1-hour change, that could change the daily. You have to look at it as like a domino effect. If the 1-hour changes, right, it's going to have effect on the 4-hour, right, which is going to have effect on the daily, right? If the 4-hour makes a double bottom and reclaims 58K, that is going to change not only the daily, but also the 1 week. If we reclaim 58 and possibly 60K, that is huge. And all this was acting as deviation. So, yes, we're in a very weird spot. If you open up the weekly chart, maybe we'll really only talk about Bitcoin today. I'll get to a little bit of equities for sure. But if we can regain 58, 60K, all this was doing was acting as deviation. Right? You open up a daily, reclaiming would be monstrous. We are still in a big uptrend. Completely agree. This is the second time I thank you for saving my gains in 2021. Been heavily on gold since. Your thoughts on gold? Okay, I'm going to be very blunt about gold. If you're trading gold, right, I think that's okay. But I think gold in itself as an investment is a gigantic scam. And part of that reason for it, like my grandparents, for example, my grandpa, I've told him this. He doesn't care. He's 80. I'm like, Gramps, gold is a scam. And he's like, why? Oh, I have gold. He's the guy that has gold buried in his backyard. Like, he's that guy. Like, there's a map that will take you to the gold buried in the backyard. There's like $10,000 of gold. Yeah, it's in a locked box, but there's gold in his backyard. Anyways, like, Gramps, why do you have gold? He's like, oh, when I pass, or, if something happens, if Russia attacks us, then I have gold. I'm like, okay, so what are your little gold nuggets going to do when think worst case scenario. So they always tell you, like, worst case scenario, you should have gold. Like, world's ending, you should have gold. Gold's not going to feed you. Gold's not going to get you food. Gold's not going to build you shelter. Gold's not going to get you clean water. Gold ain't shit. So for me, I think gold's kind of a scam. Now, if you're trading the gold, like if you see an opportunity to maybe get into gold, and isn't it XAU? Isn't it this one? I believe so. I mean, if you see a huge opportunity on gold, then take it. But if you're like, oh, I'm going to buy a bunch of gold and bury it in my backyard, there's no reason. Make sure you get that map, dude. So my grandpa actually has this like, he has this like little gumball machine, right? Probably a bad drawing here, right? Gumball machine. And we got him this, I got him this for his birthday. I mean, the whole family did. It was my idea, but it's filled with like used casings from like bullet casings that we've shot before, right? It's filled up to the brim because the inside joke is when we'd shoot, so we used to shoot like birds and turkeys and deer here, and whenever you miss a shot, he would always be like, oh, that's 25 cents down the drain. So as a joke, we got him this gumball machine. You get it? Yeah, you get it. All right, anyways. We can we can help you dig. Dude, it's going to be wild. If no one gets that map, everyone's just going to be digging holes in the backyard for 10 grand. It's going to be crazy. Wouldn't pay attention to LARPs on Twitter. They always long at the bottom or short at the top, usually so. I mean, they don't do anything productive, that's for sure. Again, with the multi-stream chat, just not working at all. I don't understand. I'm only getting YouTube, so if you guys want to chat, go to YouTube and put your comments there. Because I can't, unfortunately, like, the Twitter chat is not working. Anyways, let's keep going. So we covered Bitcoin daily and 4 hour, kind of like what we're expecting moving forward. Yes, we are expecting it to go lower into the 52s, but with the opportunity to stay open where if we see reversal, right? If we see, I mean, we could make equal lows here, create divergence, right? Create a divergence. Maybe create a reversal pattern and head upwards. And I can show you guys an example of this, right? You open up the 4 hour, and this is one of my favorite trading examples to show because it's one that I took advantage of, but I missed the second half of it. Maybe that's why I love to show it. But essentially, you get a decently strong downtrend here into consolidation, right? You could have looked at this and said, hey, you know, we had I mean, look at where Bitcoin is now and compared to this. We had a deviated breakout, again, with volume going down. Low volume the whole time on the breakout. Not valid. Then we dump all the way back to range lows. However, starting to create divergence. We get another little double bottom thing, but again, volume's low. Dump one more time. And we make a perfect double bottom with, again, bullish price action. We have volume going down into support. We did not create a lower low, and we get an increase in volume as we break out, confirming the double bottom, consolidating, and breaking the range. So ultimately, I would love to see that at this range. Not that I have any. I mean, look, if we go to 52K and this is the bottom and we can ride it to like 90K, huge, right? Would be extremely happy with that. However, I wouldn't mind taking a trade soon. I'd love to take a reversal trade soon. It's been a while. It's been like 45 days since I've taken a decently sized trade. And, you know, I like making money, so I'd love to get into that. And for those of you wondering, like, why haven't you taken a trade in 45 days? Well, look what we've done. We have essentially chopped. I mean, since we took the inverted head and shoulders, right? We called that out on Twitter, rode that all the way. It got stopped out right here, right? We were hoping that it would break. I think we took another smaller trade here, ish. Oh, on Patreon we took a small trade somewhere in this range and kind of made some money again. But since then, I mean, again, since end of May, beginning of June, so this whole kind of section we've just chopped. It's been very choppy, very hard to read. Yes, now we have a decent downtrend confirmed by volume, but it's been hard to read. Plus, we had a weekly that was showing lots of bullish implications, so I wasn't really in favor of shorting. Like, why would you? And a general rule in trading is the higher the time frame, the more weight it has on your trading, right? If the 4 hour is showing a bullish reversal, but the 1 hour is showing nothing, right? You're going to take the 4 hour over the 1 hour. Usually, and if the daily is showing a bullish reversal, but the 4 hour is showing a bearish, continuation, you're going to take the daily. Real quick, since we're halfway through the stream, I do want to say thank you to Coincatch for sponsoring the stream. If you guys use my referral link, you get 15% off fees. Little did you know, this is huge if you use the trading bot, because you do still pay trading fees using the bot. So you'll get a 15% discount on all the fees that the trading bot takes. Again, you don't have to use it, but you'd be saving a ton of money. See, is this working now? Still not working. It's just crazy how this is not working. Anyways, let's go into Bitcoin dominance. I'm doing things a little different today to keep us sharp, keep things not boring. If I go through the same thing every day, we're all going to get bored. So Bitcoin dominance. I will zoom out first. This has been my plan for the last couple months, right? Get kind of an alt summer here. Dump from 54 all the way down to 50%. See alts like Ethereum, Link, Solana, BNB, maybe some of these AI coins do pretty well. If we don't get this dump below 54% this or next week, we're looking at consolidation and Bitcoin dominance will go higher. Now, that's not the end of the world. A lot of people think, that, I mean, your alts are definitely not going to perform well. But if you compare Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance, I mean, we've essentially been following the same correlation here, right? Positive correlation. As Bitcoin dominance has risen, so has Bitcoin. That is generally a sign that a bull market is around the corner, right? Because then that liquidity dumps into alts when Bitcoin dominance alts. And the market's still bullish, but Bitcoin's losing strength, and you've got, 2 to 6 months of an alt season. Love seeing 1,300 people here. You guys are making my Wednesday. This is awesome. I love how the multi-stream is bringing in the viewership, because there's a lot of you who didn't realize I streamed 3 times a week. Let's look at the 4 hour. I'm going to skip over the daily just because the daily doesn't show this as well as the 4 hour. So we still have this head and shoulders reversal on the 4 hour. And we've been kind of consolidating. Last week was the holiday week, so honestly, I don't know if, generally, if I see consolidation this long, I'd think, okay, now we're looking at a potential reversal. But with last week being a holiday, not much going on. I would think that we're still consolidating, right? We're still below resistance. Got a nice dump yesterday and I guess earlier today. So what I'd love to see, and I don't know if we can draw a diagonal here. Let's see if we can. I mean, maybe we have a breakdown retest. Again, I don't really like the idea of using diagonals for trend confirmation. I think diagonals are often very misleading. Plus, we're still holding that overall support system at 54%. What we want to see, guys, is a loss of 54%, right? I think alts have not done anything compared to what they could be doing, right? A lot of people are arguing like, oh, we've already had alt season. We've already done this. We haven't at all. Is there a situation where dominance goes down and Bitcoin goes up? Yes, that actually happens during alt season. Bitcoin continues to rise, right? But not at the same rate as alts. Alts are outperforming Bitcoin. Think of dominance as a performance factor between Bitcoin and alts, right? If Bitcoin's dumping and alts are also dumping, but Bitcoin's dumping more, dominance goes down, right? If Bitcoin's pumping, but alts are pumping more, dominance goes up. If Bitcoin's dumping like it is now, and alts are holding or slightly pumping, again, dominance is going to go down. So, again, with Ethereum holding its bottom range support, Link to Bitcoin holding support, Solana looking very bullish. I mean, just to open up a couple charts, open up the Ethereum daily. Ethereum held lows, right? Ethereum held its bottom portion of its range. I actually do need to throw this in here. Throw that there. You look at Link's, it's kind of falling off, but it's still holding its bottom support. Link to Bitcoin, holding its support, right? Even if Link dumps, but Link to Bitcoin pumps, that's still a good sign for Link. Solana Solana looking pretty decent with the bull flag, holding lows again, creating higher lows. And then BNB. Yes, BNB dropped off, but BNB has been performing absolutely excellent compared to other altcoins. It actually broke all-time highs. This is likely going to turn into a much larger range to go higher anyways. And look, we got the dump that we expected. Obviously, a little bit steeper than we thought, but we got the dump that we expected. Great stream again. Oh, happy to do it. Love doing this for you guys. It also keeps me sharp, forces me to watch charts multiple times a day and really get into some detailed analysis. Well, with Ethereum, I mean, you look at Ethereum, and I tried to tweet this out this morning. Yes, alts are showing relative strength compared to Bitcoin, but our issue is we have that bearish price action. I mean, if Bitcoin drops to 52K and Ethereum holds lows, Ethereum's still showing strength, right? I mean, I think this range is just beginning. I think we're going to range here, and I'd love to see Ethereum break. Because frankly, we have the Ethereum ETF that got passed. It should be going live soon. Plus, Ethereum is now a commodity, not a security. The SEC gave up on that trial. There's a lot of opportunity for Ethereum the rest of the summer. Same with things like Link. Obviously, Solana's ecosystem is the most used, I guess, alt chain, right? For all these, I think all these meme coins and whatnot. BNB, I mean, Binance should do well. But yeah, I mean, the stage is set for alts to do well. It's just a matter of, is dominance going to break 54%? Bitcoin only rally eventually. So, although I'd love for that to happen, I would like to see Ethereum do well. And I'll be straightforward. If Ethereum gives me a reversal pattern, let's say Bitcoin and Ethereum look very similar and give me the same reversal pattern, I'm probably going to buy Ethereum over Bitcoin. I think Ethereum outperforms Bitcoin if the market reverses, because we're already seeing signs of outperformance, right? You're already seeing Ethereum holding lows. You're seeing Ethereum pump harder than and bounce harder than Bitcoin. You're seeing Bitcoin dominance kind of riding the bottom of that support, right, at 54%. I mean, we break 54% and alts should start to outperform, right? So I just think there's a much larger opportunity in Ethereum if they both show. Now again, notice how I'm not talking about buying something like Matic or Gala or Doge or Sand or CRV. Because from a trading perspective, again, you're talking about Ethereum outperforming. Yes, there will be other things that percentage-wise outperform Ethereum, but Ethereum will most likely be the best average gainer, right? But anyways, let's do SPX, DXY, and Tether dominance, and then we'll call it a day. I think we get the gist of Bitcoin. I wanted to kind of answer your guys' questions. A lot of people are saying, oh, is it going to go lower? Or are we going to bounce here? And again, my kind of final statement is, until we see signals of reversal, we're going lower into 52K. We're currently looking at fake out consolidation into lower. So my biggest concern with the SPX is just being overbought. Other than that, guys, this trend is very strong. Right? This is a very, 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 very strong uptrend. Bitcoin or SPS, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones continue to break all-time highs consistently. There's a very, very strong equity market. Our stock market's doing amazing. What I'm shocked at is AI isn't doing as well, even though NVIDIA and the Nasdaq are also doing well. We're about to negate any sort of divergences. I mean, look, maybe we get that correction. I have it up here at 5,700 area. We get a correction. So I'd love to see it. The only problem I have is what happens if SPX corrects? Is Bitcoin going to follow? Or would that SPX correction allow for liquidity to flow into Bitcoin, right? Or the crypto market, and crypto pumps while the SPX kind of consolidates, right? People aren't just going to hold through a correction. They're going to put their money elsewhere. So let's get to the dollar. The dollar is still holding support. I mean, guys, even on like lower time frames, there's not a clear read. I think as long as the dollar just continues to kind of consolidate range, whatever you want to call it, between 107 and 100, we're looking fine, right? This will allow the rest of the, I guess, equities, crypto to continue higher. Now, I know a lot of alts haven't done anything, but Bitcoin and Ethereum and Link are doing relatively well. I'll look at the 4 hour. Again, I didn't really see anything on the daily. There is a potential double bottom here. So if we hold this side, dollar's going to pump. I thought the top was either 5,300 or 5,600, but nope. Yeah, I mean, the stock market looks great. I don't think they're going to let it top until after the presidential election. Again, I still believe we could see a 6,500 SPX. I mean, if Trump gets elected, it's going to have some kind of impact on the market. Right? But I do think like midway or 3/4 of the way through, if again, no matter what president is elected, there will be some kind of macro market, like recession, breakdown, pullback, whatever you want to call it. Let's look at Tether dominance. I'm not really going to look at the total charts, guys. I think we get the gist. I'm just looking at Bitcoin. But looking at Tether, so we're still showing that we're retesting prior support as now new resistance. Again, held as resistance multiple times over here. It's going to be quite the area to defend. If this area breaks out, Bitcoin's going to nuke. Right? Obviously, Bitcoin's going to drop quite a lot. On a daily time frame, though, we are retesting. Right? We broke out. We're retesting an area that's acted as resistance 3 times. What would I like to see from this? Obviously, I'd like to see it reverse. Right? I don't want to see this continue higher. On my weekly chart, I really didn't see anything that suggests higher. Again, you have volume going down, price going up. This looks like a dead cat bounce. There's nothing here that really looks strong or bullish to me. But we'll see. See what happens. Still can't figure out these comments on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call. So my apologies for everyone that's watching on X. If your comments, chats, whatever weren't coming through, I'll see if there's some kind of issue related to me. If not, it's an issue on X, and there's unfortunately not a lot I can do about it. But all that said, guys, I think I'm gonna end it here. I need to make something to eat. About that time. I hope you learned something new. Remember that the trading bot goes live on July 15th. If you're interested in using it or you have any questions, feel free to DM me, but there is a full instructional setup in my Discord. All that said, guys,